Panther Nation, what is good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I'm your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your disappointed couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. That's
What?
all I
No
got.
one time? No one time? No?
Not today. Not
Lord have
today.
mercy.
Not today.
All
Not
right.
today.
Well, look, after what was a performance last week that we thought we could build on, we are who we thought we are. Let's get it. Tony, cousin, happy new year. How you doing?
Hey man, happy new year to you too as well, cuz. Happy 2024. The Panther Nation out there. Um 2023 didn't end too well for us, cuz.
This sure didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's all I got. I can't even I can't even dress it up. I can't even defend it, man. It is what it is.
Mm.
Like you stated in the intro, we are exactly who we are. So it is what it is. I just can't wait for the season to be over with, man. How about yourself?
Hey, yeah, yeah. I'm ready for Tampa Bay to come into town. I'm ready for that game to be over with, so we can start,
Exactly.
breaking down whatever the hell we can break down from this season and start looking forward to next year. But
Yeah.
before we get into all that, as I'm saying, Panther Nation, Happy New Year to everybody. And as with the new year, we all have new goals. All right. But here at Two Fans in the Stands, our goal will continue on from last year, and our goal is still to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notification bells so you know when our videos come out. And we appreciate all the love and support. All right. Tony, I'm gonna go ahead and get
No
this
doubt.
out the way quick. This game was
Okay.
trash. It sucked. I did not realize that we had the second longest streak of not being shut out in the NFL behind the Ravens. That is also over. Okay. Here at Two Fans in the Stands, we still believe in Bryce Young, but he had an ass game yesterday. The offensive line was ass. The receivers, I mean, they were. I think they did okay. Um, you know,
Every
definitely.
except D. Sharp.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna try to single
Ass.
him out. I wasn't gonna try to single him out. I was
Ass.
gonna say, there was some miscues, but also some of the stuff wasn't the receiver's fault. Some of them were open. Bryce didn't see him. He overthrew DJ Chark on one play. Um, that damn terrible screen pass. I've never seen a team that was so bad at throwing screen passes as is this Carolina Panthers team this year. Never, never
And
in
it
my
does,
life.
and it doesn't even matter who's playing quarterback. We've been horrible at the screen pass for a few years now.
Yeah, it's just bad. The defense held up as long as they could, and this is really frustrating because it's another one of those games. Offense showed up last week, the defense shit the bed. Now the defense showed up this week, offense shit the bed, and then we didn't have a damn kicker. Slick Eddie P messed his hamstring up in the pregame. So
Man, listen.
let me tell you, look, and now we're guaranteed to have the worst record. So now the Bears are assured the number one pick. And then to rub it in after their game, DJ Moore brought them some damn cigars that they were smoking in the I guess in the locker room. Mind you, they 7-8, not going to the playoffs or whatever, but I guess they celebrated because they got the number one pick. If any
Right.
Bears fans, if I'm wrong about that, let me know. But I think that's what I read. But yeah, man, yeah, yesterday was just it was terrible. And like I've said all season, it was enough blame to go around. Okay. And it's funny
Right.
because I looked in on a few other Panther podcast channels, and boy, let me tell you, the ones that aren't Bryce fans and say he's a bust, it seemed like they were so happy yesterday. It seemed like they were so happy. They were like, "Oh yeah, we get to talk trash about him another week." But yeah, it was. I can't lie. I was watching some of them, and I just got laugh when I was like, boy, when the game was over, I said, oh, I know they're gonna be on him hard today. They gonna be on Bryce. When I turned it on, boy, they were getting him. But I will say this, okay? I still don't think he's a bust, but he the blame was well deserved for him today. Well, yesterday, because it wasn't his best game at all by far. um it just I don't know, just looked like he wasn't, not say he wasn't there, but it just wasn't clicking yesterday, like at all. So I don't know, but go
But
ahead, Tony.
when when you're constantly, he was constantly under pressure
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. Okay, it's hard for you to jail and be, start clicking or have a, create a rhythm when you are constantly being pressured, harassed, and sacked. He was sacked 6 times yesterday. You know, at the end of the game last week, you and, well, especially me, but you and I, we both agreed that we felt like Gabe Jackson should start over Nash Jensen. But Gabe Jackson had his worst day thus far as a Panther because Josh Allen was just eating his ass up alive. So, when you constantly get the pressure from Jacksonville front four, it's hard for you to get on, to create any rhythm or get on page with your receivers, your tight ends, or running backs. We couldn't run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
ran for less than 60 yards. And don't get me wrong, yeah, Bryce made some mistakes. I'm not going to make no excuses for him, but some of those throws that he made, every quarterback in the league miss those throws every week. None of them are perfect, but let's talk about the perfect passes that hit players smack dab in their
Yeah.
hand and they couldn't hold on to it. So a lot of people want to be quick to point out his overthrows and maybe he threw a little bit behind this receiver and it didn't get completed.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody wants to talk about the ones that hit receivers. I ain't gonna mention no names. Hit receivers, smack dab in the hand, had to catch, but then dropped the ball.
Yeah, I want to say that was
We
three
we
plays in a row.
yeah, three, yeah, okay, thank you. Went to him 3 plays in a row, and all 3 times, he dropped the ball. So it's when your offensive line ain't clicking,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to click because he's only going to go as far as the offensive line goes. Last week they gave him great protection. He had a damn decent good game, and even in this game, you saw the times when they did give him some protection. He completed the throws.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, and Isaiah Thomas all wrapped into one. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, don't
I
don't
mean,
say
damn,
that
they,
too
they got
loud.
well, it is. It is what it is. But they got to help him out, man. The run game didn't help him out yesterday, and the receivers were dropping passes. And oh my God, why in the hell is Ann Thomas running a skinny post to the boundary? Like, why are we throwing him the ball that deep downfield? Why? I don't that play calling. I don't understand. I would rather have Sullivan or Tommy Trimble,
Mm-hmm.
try to
What
run that route and try to make that catch. Not
was
Ian
that, the
Thomas,
one where
dog.
the defender fell and he was open?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
open, but when the defender fell, he kind of gave up on the route a little bit, and then when he looked up, he tried to look up and speed up at the same time. Well, now you the what's the word I'm looking for? Where you should have been as opposed to where
Mm-hmm.
you was is the difference of you not running through the route. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
because the ball fell down in bounds. It didn't go out of bounds. So all he
Yeah.
had to do was keep running, and the ball was there. He didn't do it. So they just look bad all around, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna try to make excuses for Bryce. Even the defense, couldn't tackle. You know what I mean? Injuries. people getting fed up. Derek Brown gets ejected.
Yeah,
Things are
that was
happening out of
wild.
character with this team. So, like you
Hmm.
said, man, hey, Sunday can't get here fast enough, so we can go ahead and start the reset, whatever that's going to be. Whoever this new coach is, I mean, whatever they're going to do, I'll be glad when the season's over with, so we can get to it. Because this right
Yeah.
here, yeah, they need to burn the tape for the 2023 season.
No, 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 no. Mm-mm-mm. No, they don't need to burn the tape. They don't need to burn the tape at all because, especially Bryce Young, okay, he needs to keep this tape. He needs to go back. He needs to look at it because I do believe a lot of the things that he's doing wrong are fixable. He can fix his
Right.
footwork. Okay, he can.
True.
He can. And another thing I was thinking too was the play calling, not necessarily the play calling, but the reads on the play. Okay, so if they got this play going on and the first read is over here, okay, second read is
Right.
over here, then maybe your third read is to the right or whatever. Because it seemed like time and time again, Bryce was looking at his first and second read, they weren't open. Receivers on the other side of the field were open, but by the time he could get around to look that way, he got three defenders in his face. You know what I mean? So I think it's a
Yeah.
combination of it's a lot. It's really a lot. He has bad footwork on a lot of plays. Sometimes I think he throws with so much anticipation and then it's like sometimes he does. Then sometimes the receivers are not where he think they're supposed to be. You know, case in point, like Ian Thomas, the defender fell, kind of tripped him up a little bit, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, let me keep running." Didn't get to the ball, but I think it's just a lot of things. That's why I say don't burn the tape because I think he can learn a lot. From the things that went on this season and for everybody
Mhm.
out there that's saying, "Oh, we need to draft a quarterback. We need to draft a quarterback." The Panthers are not going to draft a quarterback. Okay, y'all. They're not
No,
going
they're
to
not.
draft a quarterback. If they do, it'll be
Not at
somebody
all.
in the late round, or they might bring in somebody out free agency, or undrafted, rookie or whatever. But Bryce Young is going to be here next year, folks. Okay, we just need to go ahead and get used to it. Now, next year when next year comes, throw all that he's a rookie crap out the window. He's got to show some signs of improvement. Okay, and the team all together has to show signs of improvement. All right, because I'm not about
I
bashing
agree.
Bryce Young, but I do believe in telling the truth. And no, he has not looked great, and it's a lot of factors going into that, and he is the cause of some of that. How he looks. Okay, so
True. That's
he's
true.
not absolved of any blame. I don't want anybody to think that we're like, oh, it's not Bryce's fault, it's everybody else's fault. No, he shoulders a lot of this blame too. Okay, but like I
Right.
said, we go in the next season. There's no more of that. Oh, he's a rookie. Give him time. If he don't start showing no flashes next year, then it's gonna be it is what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
but
What?
Tony. Oh,
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
No,
Yeah.
no, go ahead, bud.
Now I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you. What do you think of this idea? Because now I'm seeing a lot of people, and they've been talking about it and mentioning it for the past few weeks or whatnot. Everybody believes. I don't say not everybody, but a lot of people believe that Carolina should draft a wide receiver with the first pick in the second draft, or with the first two picks in the draft. And my thing is, I don't believe that to be so because the wide receivers do not help with bad offensive line play. So if you want to protect Bryce, you don't protect him by getting wide receivers. You protect him by getting him help up front. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that will help solidify him, his confidence, his playing ability, and everything going forward. So just like with building the football team, you always start from the inside out. You always start in the trenches. The games are won and lost in the trenches. So
Indeed.
I believe they should tackle that first. Get the
Mm-hmm.
get the line straight. Whoever comes in, whoever's going to be the the head coach, or whatever the case may be. I think their first job is protect Bryce and then surround him with weapons. You got some pieces there. but I think the offensive line needs to be revamped. That's what I really think. I think the line needs to be revamped. I've seen some people saying, well, they should do the same thing that Green Bay did. Well, that could be true, but Green Bay has a better offensive line than the Panthers. You know, Jordan
Mm-hmm.
Love had an offensive line to play behind, and then they built. You know, they added some receivers last year and in this year's draft. Well,
Yeah,
Carolina, we don't have that. We don't have that luxury. We got Icky. Icky looks like a shell of what he was last year. Taylor Moton is
really
getting up
does.
there in age. I think Bradley Bozeman has really. I think he's at his ceiling. I think, but what you see of Bradley Bozeman is exactly what you're going to get. I don't think he. I don't think it can get any better. And the two guard positions, the left guard and the right guard, they need to be overhauled and revamped. Okay. So I think the offensive line needs to be revamped. And I think Derrick Brown needs help along the defensive line in the trenches. That's what I think they should do. But go ahead.
Hey, I
What
I
would
agree. I agree with you. I don't think they should draft no wide receivers with that second round pick, because I guess now we're guaranteed we're going to get that first pick in the second round. Um, but like you said, if you look at it, it all starts in the trenches. And I do believe that Carolina has enough weapons around Bryce Young for them to be more successful this season than they have been. Okay. And I keep saying it's a lot more to this than just you know what the casual fan just kind of sees and goes, oh, I can't do this. You know, it's all about the play calling. Okay, it's all
the
about the
scheme? The
scheme.
scheme needs to
It's
change.
all
Yeah.
about the coaches. As you can see last week when we were able to run the ball, okay, and we were able to get them safeties to creep up a little bit and stop sitting back there in that soft zone and just waiting on somebody to come, and then they pick them up. You know, we were able to get good looks off the play action. Receivers were open, you know, and then this week we couldn't run the ball, and you see it again. Jacksonville just kind of sat back there and just like, okay, you know, you're not gonna run the ball on us, and we know what we know what you're about to do, so we're just gonna sit back here and wait for you to throw the ball.
And we
So
couldn't block
and
nobody up front.
we couldn't block nobody up front. Could not block. What was
Yeah.
it, like 5 third downs in a row? Bryce Young got sacked. You know, then he got folded up on that one third down and was on the ground. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a mess. But they definitely need to start with the lines. If it was me, I'm not even gonna lie to you, Tony. Depending on which one is there, I would take either the best offensive lineman, probably guard. Okay, I take the best
Hmm.
guard, or or if there is a edge rusher at 33 that's worth taking, I would take another edge rusher. Okay, because as you saw, look at Trayvon Walker, and look at what's a man named Allen. I can't think his first name.
Jonathan Allen.
Oh, Jonathan Allen. Okay, you
Yeah.
look at what that duo can do. All right, and not Bryce.
Josh Allen. I'm
Brian Burns.
sorry. Josh Allen.
Yeah, and Brian Burns.
Yeah.
He's
Josh
called a
Allen.
lot. He's called a lot of flack, especially from me. I admit I've
Right.
talked a lot of junk about Brian Burns this year, but when all of my trash talking is out and common sense kicks in, you know, I hope the Panthers do what they need to do. I hope they can re-sign Burns. Okay. I do hope he realizes. All right. I do hope he realizes that yesterday's price is not today's price, especially
Right.
after this season. Okay. Especially after this season that he has had. But in true Carolina Panthers fashion, I guarantee you, Tony, guarantee you, if they mess around, don't sign Brian Burns, and he goes to another team, he's gonna go out there and he's gonna ball out. Okay, just like we say, get Bryce Young some help. Get Brian Burns some help too. You know, look what happened when we had Hassan Reddick here. He had his best his best sack totals in his career that year. Okay, and then Reddick had even more. And then what we do? We let him go.
Yeah.
Just think about Hassan Reddick, Brian Burns. You got Derek Brown in the middle, and then just think if we could have attracted another free agent defensive tackle to come in with him. But I mean, well, now we
Right.
run into that 3-4, but even still, you know, things like that.
Right.
But yeah, but to get back to round my point and come on back around with it. Yeah, I think they should start in the trenches, whether that be offensive or defensive line, preferably offensive line if the right person is there. Okay,
Right.
because like you
I
said,
agree.
Taylor Moton's getting on up in age, so you know, and Icky was the sixth overall pick last year, and again, it's kind of like Bryce Young. Icky's gonna be our left tackle next year. Y'all might as well just go ahead and settle in on it. He's going to be the left tackle.
Right.
The only other thing I can see when he's not the left tackle is if they may move him to guard, but I honestly doubt that's going to happen.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But Tony, what do you think about our owner? Uh, on camera, you know, and it looks like he, threw a drink on a Jaguars fan.
To be completely unbiased and just speaking strictly as a fan of the game, not even talking about a Panthers fan, just
Mm-hmm.
strictly a fan of football, strictly a fan of the game. That it was probably that was probably the most despicable thing that I've ever seen an owner do in any sport. And why I say that because it was something that was caught on camera. It's one thing
Mm-hmm.
to hear that certain owner used to say certain things behind closed doors or treat people a certain kind of way or be a voice recording like with Donald Sterling and the LA Clippers. you
Mm-hmm.
know there's so many different things, Dan Snyder and all his transgressions and things that went on up in Washington. But when you have a owner, a billionaire owner, getting caught on tape, and now that same video is out for millions of people to see. There's no hiding behind that. And
Mm-mm.
I seen on Twitter where people were saying, "Well, they haven't made a comment yet. They what do you want them to say? They
Ooh,
can't
can
say
I say
nothing.
it? Can I say what he's going to say?
What?
Can I be David Tepper and respond to his first question on this?
Go ahead, Mr. Tepper. What was your
Uh,
response be? Would you like a response, sir?
Hold on, you asked me the question and I'm gonna respond. Ask me a question about it.
Okay. Mr. Tepper, what happened in the stands between you and one of the Jacksonville Jaguar fans?
I just wanted to tell everybody that we brought a lot of revenue to Charlotte. We put a lot of butts in the seats. We have soccer. The stadium
But
is
Mr.
no. Let me finish. Let me finish. The stadium is packed now. There are more events this year in Bank of America Stadium than there have been in the last I say 20 years combined. And again, we have soccer. I brought you soccer. The stadium was full. Okay, Messi,
But Mr.
you're
Tepper,
welcome.
this happened in Jacksonville, sir. Well, what can we talk about what happened in Jacksonville?
No
Well,
more
would you like to
questions.
address that?
No, no more questions.
Oh God. Oh God. Yeah.
no, no more
Yeah.
questions.
Hey, that 'cause that's basically what can you say? Man, let me tell you something. I
Hey,
won't
you
be
can't say
surprised.
nothing.
I won't be surprised if there's some type of suspension. I won't be surprised if there's some type of fine. Like I won't be surprised to whatever the punishment is, he will well deserve it. I don't have nothing against David Tepper. I'm not like most fans, that hate him as an owner. I mean, it's his team. Whatever. He do what he want to do. We can get mad and all we want and talking about he needs to sell. The man is only gonna sell if he want to sell. But at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, that was a poor representation for his team, for the city, for owners in general, for you to do something that so blatant. And then what made it even worse, this is what happens when you're the boss and you're a billionaire, you got a bunch of yes men around you. Scott Fitterer stood right there beside him and watched
Oh,
the whole thing and did not move.
he didn't flinch. He
Didn't
didn't
even
move
flinch.
it. Oh, let me tell you, it looked like Scott had something in his hand. He said,
He looked like the
did
video went still.
yeah, did not budge. The okay, the only thing I can say that would justify what Tepper did, it is if somehow, because okay, I always thought there was glass right there, or was that open?
It is. He had it could have been closed, but he had it
Uh,
open.
he
Yes,
okay.
that there's a
He
window. Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes,
So that drink that he threw went through the window and got on the fan, or whatever.
yes,
It went out. Oh, okay. So the
yes.
only reason I would say that might be justified for that is if somebody threw something from out there in there at him and he saw who it was, and the only thing he had was the drink to throw back. But even still, that old saying is, it's always the person that throws, that retaliates is the one to get caught. And just like you see here,
Well,
we no, I'm just saying, this is the what if. This is the what if. You
right,
know,
right, right.
if that's what happened, just say something happened with the fan. Maybe they toss something back in the Adam, But the only thing you see is Tepper throwing the drink. But like I was saying, that's just a what if scenario. I'm not saying that's what happened. That's what I'm saying might be the only justification for that. But hold on,
There,
wait. But and I know I'm about to say what you about to say. But in a world where you are a billionaire owner of a franchise, you have to take the higher road. There is no justification for him throwing that drink.
thank you, thank you. Yeah. So you have to know your position, who you are, where you are, and what your
Mm-hmm.
stature, what your stature means, not only to your team, the organization, but the city as a whole and Panther fans around the world. You made a poor representation of the Carolina Panthers as a whole yesterday, and I don't know if there's any coming back from that until one, he makes a public apology, or
Mm-hmm.
he is reprimanded by the head office. So, which I do believe something, I don't know to what extreme it would be. It may be, maybe it might be a slap on the wrist, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but something needs to happen because you can't condone nothing
Mm-mm.
like that. You are an owner that throws a drink on a fan. And first of all, it's not even at your own stadium.
Yeah, it's in
You know,
Jacksonville.
Shah Khan is the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure I'm going to go out on a limb and say Shad Khan and David Tepper had some words at some point today. They've had some words.
Yeah,
I'm just
they,
gonna
they
go out
probably
on a limb
talked
on
about it.
that. Yeah,
Well, I put it
yeah.
like this: if Robert Kraft can recover, David Tepper will be all right.
But the thing with Robert Kraft, we didn't see it. We didn't
I,
see
I
no
know,
tape. We
I
ain't see
know, I
Robert Kraft
know.
in no handcuffs, walking out of the massage parlors. None of that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't
I
see none
know,
of that.
man. I
Yeah.
know that's just me trying to make light of something here. I mean, yo, who would have? Let me tell you. Okay, if y'all made it this far in this video, if you go back over the summer and look at some of our videos, we had such high expectations for this team, and not like through the roof high, but we had expectations where we thought we were going to be above average. Okay, we thought
Right.
we were going to be
Right.
like average to above average. Maybe a shot at the playoffs. Maybe a shot at the division, But man, not 2-14, and our owner out here throwing, that damn Bud Light on people. I mean, I,
Yo,
oh my
yo,
goodness, yo. Let me tell you, I'm so happy it's a new year. I'm happy we only got one more game of this mess left. Go ahead and get this crap over with and done for. I don't even have no expectations for this next game. I'm not even gonna make a prediction. I just want that fourth quarter to say 0-0 and we move the hell on.
yeah. Listen, bro, I done have family members who don't even usually call me about football during the season. Call me today on my side of the family and my wife's side of the family. They were like, man, what's going on with your parents? I mean, they giving me the business. They were like, y'all might need to find something else to talk about. I'm like, you know what? I can't, I got nothing. I can't argue anything that anybody said because we
Mm-hmm.
are that bad. And then on top of that, your owner goes out and do something like that. Man, this is where we are. This is where we
Yep.
are. And
This is
yeah,
where we are.
this is where we are.
Hey, well, you know what, Tony? Speaking of where we are currently at 896 subscribers. Our goal of 1,000 subscribers is going to carry on over from 2023 into 2024, as I stated earlier. So, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notification bells so you know when our videos come out. We appreciate all the love and support. Yeah, man, what a hell of a way to take us out of 2023 and into
Hey, listen,
2024, man.
I I didn't know what to expect when I woke up this morning, but I damn sure didn't expect this, bro. I
Hey,
did not expect this. I was like,
hey, look,
wow.
shout out to the boys over at Black Cat Panther podcast, because when I tuned into them last night, that's what Dub Q was talking about, and I was like, hold on, he did what? And I was like, no. And then I had to go look it up, and I was just like, really? On top of us getting shut out, the owner does that in another team stadium. So yeah,
And
man.
then
But
not only that, before the game, there's a small clip of him walking out of the tunnel, and there's a fan, a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, standing there with a sign that says, I think it says like 2-13 or something. And David Tepper walks out, and I guess the fan said something to him because he walked back to the fan, and so no, look like they were arguing or anything like that, but you could tell they were talking. I'm not even gonna say they had words or anything like that, but they were talking, and I was like, boy, don't let that be a part of the drink throwing. That's really gonna be bad. That's I
hey,
know.
why David Tepper out here acting like he about it, like he from round the block somewhere, man. Yeah, like
Man,
come on, dude.
the word on the block, man, they said this dude is real childish. Now, as of course, I don't know the man personally,
Mm,
but from everything that he has done with not only with the Panther franchise, but with Charlotte FC, ever since he has become owner, he has done some things that will make you scratch your head each and every year, and it hasn't gotten any better on during his watch. So, hey.
hey, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and round this on out, Panther Nation. Thank you for joining
Yes, I
us
think I
today,
about need a
and
drink.
yeah, for real. But thank you for joining us today, y'all. And like I said before, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Help us get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. All right. And I'm gonna take you out like I always do, even after this debacle of a mess on Sunday. But number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, I'm gonna keep saying it. Keep pounding, y'all.